Are you ready to join me in transforming fear to freedom? That's the objective of the show. Are you ready where it's at? And that's what it's all about. No medical advice here. Use discernment and decide for yourself if the information is right for you. All views and opinions expressed on this show belong to the individual and are not necessarily shared with the producer of the show. Want more details? Go to letsgetrealchattingwithcatherine.com. Now let's get real and have some fun. Who are we going to explore with today?
And I'm really excited to bring it to you. As you can tell, I'm just bubbling here. And so let's get into this chat on Let's Get Real.
Welcome back to Let's Get Real Chatting with Catherine. And our guest today is Joanne Lee Meritu. And I'm super excited because she is the chair of this International Kinesiology Conference 2015 being held in Banff, Alberta, Canada, which is close to home. And I know the energy of the mountains is so profound, and what a perfect place for an energy conference. So welcome, Joanne. Thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you, Catherine. Thank you for having us, and we're thrilled to have you as our media partner for the conference.
The actual conference itself, so that we can let people know what to expect, the public that wants to show up, and there's probably many practitioners and so forth that also will benefit from coming to this event to get inspired and educated and so forth. But so it starts on September 23rd.
In the afternoon of September 23rd. It's probably one of the longest conference ever for the kinesiology world. It starts in the afternoon of the 23rd. We have a special presentation by a lady of Chantal Schmidt, who comes from Northern Alberta. And she's going to be presenting her horses and how they help with the healing process. So it's going to be outdoors in the Shaw Amphitheater at the Banff Center. And it's fantastic work in how the wisdom of horses, how it reflects back to you who you are internally. Wow. And so we have our marketplaces open then, so the vendor booths will be all going at that time. And we have our amazing opening ceremony that's going to be taking place at 7 o'clock that evening. And it will involve a blessing from a native elder. As well, we'll get a short little brief history from Matthew Thie, who comes from the family who's been entrenched in all of this health and healing for years, because his dad was the originator of Touch for Health, which brought, health and healing to the layperson, basically.
Okay.
And so it's going to be fantastic. And then we have a dramatic play, I guess is the best way of putting it, from Sun Ergos, which is a local group that works with various groups around the world in teaching them dance and acting and everything. And they've just recently went to Iran and did some workshops there. So amazing group with Dana Lutke, who is a world-renowned dancer. And they're going to be doing this presentation of the native stories that's been passed on to them from the elders in this area.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. What a great launch.
Yeah, so we want to showcase the history of Banff, and also we're not all about Mounties and Mounties and beer in Canada. We have quite a very rich culture, so which is what we want to bring forth in this conference as well too.
That's fantastic. Yes, it is an international conference, so it'll be perfect. And that's something that I'm hoping to be able to at least bring you some video and that from, and maybe live stream. We'll see how that goes, but that will be really exciting to be able to bring that to the public.
Exactly. And the theme of our conference, too, is also confluence. So it's like confluence is a meeting place of people, of rivers and everything else. It's just a sharing ideas. So not every single presenter has a kinesiology background, and many of our kinesiology presenters come from a different background. Mm-hmm. They've been scientists and doctors. They've been massage therapists. They have background in Reiki and Qigong and everything. So it's such a wide array, and it's all blended in. To not say that one modality is better than the others, but to have an understanding that all healing techniques work as long as you're doing it from a place of love. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is, and that's what we want to bring to the world. And we encourage people to come in with that energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all about complementary. Our bodies, all parts are complementary to each other, everything working together in harmony. And I love that confluence, the flow, the coming together of people and energy and love, like you say. And
it's in Banff, the mountains
I
are
know.
super high energy.
There will be books and resources available as well.
Yeah. Author session on the Sunday afternoon, so you can get to meet the authors individually, one-on-one, and
nice.
shake their hand and get your book signed. So we have lots and lots of presenters who have written books and written papers and so on that people just grab and gravitate towards it because it tells them so much about where else.
I know I will be for sure. There's so much information that I'm like a sponge. I just can't get enough of it. But so tell me, for the person who does want to attend, they can go to the website, the www.celebrate2015.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll put the link right on the show as well. But can you, just so that this is clear, like, do they have to go for the whole session, or can they?
No, we have daily rates as well. Right now, to go through the whole entire 4.5 days, so it'd be $875. But we also have daily rates where each day is about $275 for them to attend. So if there's just one day that you're more interested in, then definitely come along, right?
Yeah.
For just that one day, you don't have to attend the entire session because people are busy. We understand that.
Yeah.
And the cost of it covers your breakfast and your lunch for that day, as well as your morning, afternoon tea. And being out in Banff, it is a resort town. You're paying resort prices for food, so
that's
nice. Part
of
the cost of it. And then you also get a fabulous tote bag with lots of goodies in it from our conference, and you get a copy of the conference journal. Cool. So you'll have all 50 speakers in your hand in the beautiful conference journal we have created, which is why I said I've been in editing mode for the last week.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to putting this together, that's for sure, and to coordinate all of these people and to get the information out to the public. So I'm feeling really super excited about being able to share this and to be able to let people know it's available, and also to be featuring some of the guests who are going to be speaking ahead of time, so we can get people to see what's possible, because I really, really am so committed to transforming fear, that we have so much fear in this world about fear. We have fear about our bodies. We have fear about if it's going to work, it's not going to work. And there's nothing worse than getting a diagnosis of something that is debilitating, like fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue. Is, it's very common today. And that happened to me as well. And I had the exact same thing, painkillers and antidepressants. So I said, but I'm not depressed. And it's like, well, this is how it is. And to learn, and it took me, I had to do trial and error too, to try to figure it out. And this is what I'm finding, is that we are ready. A lot of us are really ready to understand and not just label things and medicate things and make them go away, to get it. We've been on this planet historically for a long time, and so we're carrying some heavy stuff, and to be able to clear that and to move into thriving, like, this is my thing. We're so ready. Thriving is the thing.
And that's what's so beautiful about energetic kinesiology. It's just, we have the science merging with ancient wisdom, wisdom from the Ayurvedic system, wisdom from the Chinese acupuncture system, looking at the Tibetan system with the figure 8 energy. So we're drawing accesses from everywhere. We're looking at herbs, we're looking at deeply held patterns in our life and our thoughts and emotions. So it kind of plays with everything. It's such a beautiful confluence of Eastern and Western medicine that we don't discount each other.
Yeah,
that
and it's complementary. I mean, that's the whole point, isn't it? It's we're not saying. I don't think anyone really in that's looking at alternatives is saying that conventional medicine doesn't have its place. I think everything has its place.
Yes.
But it's just, is it appropriate in that, we have the freedom to choose, the freedom to educate ourselves, to go beyond what has been maybe taught to us before. And so I'm super excited about the conference.
I get to meet amazing people. Like when I went to China, it was just wow, like quite a wow experience when I went there. And I got to kind of talk to the different doctors there of traditional and conventional medicine, how they work together. And when you go into a hospital in China, you have a choice. You can go into a wing that's conventional medicine, you can go to a wing that's traditional Chinese medicine. Wow. And they work together in a lot of ways. And acupuncture has been around for more than 2,000 years. So this is, people have observed the changes in the body just from doing acupuncture. So they're still practicing it because in Eastern philosophy of looking at health, you're looking at mind, body, and spirit. You're not just looking at the body. And with conventional medicine, because that's the way Western medicine had evolved, it was more compartmentalizing. We're looking at the cells, we're looking at, the atoms, what makes up the cells, what's making things sick. So you have this symptom, we treat with this, right? Rather than you have the symptom, what else is going on all the way around you that we need to take a look at it. So, and when you go out to Asia and even parts of Europe, you'll see that there is choice for people. In Australia, there's choice because the government and the insurance company out there covers what I do out there, but not here in North America. And so in North America, we're still trying to create that 100 monkey effect.
Yeah.
And that's what we're hoping to do with this conference. And we want people to come in and bring that energy, come and educate yourself, learn about the conference, learn about all the different modalities out there. Come join in because we have exciting sessions where you're going to learn Qigong for a couple hours. Yeah. Or learn about singing bowls and how music affects your body and everything else. And so that's what we're trying to create. It's like, if something isn't working in your life, search, look. You are the master of your body. I'm
very conscious of the collective and what we feed it, and that empowerment and that knowing that there is other information available. And as a public, as we start to know more, we start to demand more. That's how change happens.
Exactly.
Like you're saying about insurance. Well, the person that's, the company insurance, the head of the company that's getting the insurance plan, they're the ones who can say, hey, we want this stuff covered because our staff really wants alternative choices.
Yeah.
It's going to happen through those kinds of negotiations, not just being told, no, we only cover conventional therapy. And if it doesn't fit for you, then you're out of luck. And I'm really...
and that's why I do presentations to businesses and schools, because it gets triggered. I'm getting more and more requests for me to go speak at schools and speak at businesses because they want to look at ways to keep their employees healthy, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. Wherever you are, you might run into your colleague from South Africa, someone who can help you out in Hong Kong, someone who can help you out in Malaysia, or wherever, different various parts of Canada and the States. Like I'm here in Calgary, but I know lots of practitioners in Calgary, who can be of help and service to you if you need it. Mm-hmm. And that's why we are trying to encourage as much of the general public to come, people from other health backgrounds to come. I've had a lot of chiropractors who are excited and they're starting to come to the conference as well. So, and some big names in our field, like Dr. Carla Hannaford, she's been involved in the child development field for so long. Like one of my son's teacher at his school, she mentors under Dr. Carla Hannaford. And Dr. Carla Hannaford used to live in Hawaii, and so she's done a lot of healing around even couples therapies and everything else too. And so she's going to be coming in talking about music as a resonance in your body.
Oh, wonderful.
And so she's a really fantastic speaker. Hannah Koch, coming from South Africa, who is, she lost her husband at a very young age due to armed robbery. Mm. So, and she was a young widow with a young baby. So she had to really reassess where she wanted to go in her life. And she moved to South Africa and started training in Brain Gym, which is a branch of educational kinesiology. Mm-hmm. And she's built an amazing business for herself, and she teaches people how to live life with passion. And her workshop is called From Victim to Master. Oh, who else? Like, look at the odds that are stacked against you, yep. Losing your husband in a very traumatic way and having to rebuild your life when you had next to nothing with a very young baby too. And she's a testament to that. Mm-hmm. And we have so many infant and child development experts coming that people can come learn from. They're coming from Hong Kong, they're coming from Australia, they're coming from everywhere that you can come in. Moira Dempsey is one of the big names in our industry. And she had worked with Dr. Harold Blomberg in order to create the program that's currently known as Rhythmic Movement Training. And it's a powerful training where you can even do the movement yourself to just calm your system down so that you're able to look at things from a much clearer light.
Right.
And understanding where you still have challenges and issues yourself. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of self-help techniques, lots of classes that's available to people. And I think it's really exciting, like what type of workshop, because some of these instructors, some of these presenters have never spoken in Canada, have never presented in Canada, never taught in Canada. And they're just, over the moon happy to be here. We had over 100 submissions for our conference. So we had to make room for 51 speakers.
This
And then
is
for
super
Dr. Tiller,
exciting, though,
yeah,
and what an honor for Canada. And it's just such a perfect time on the planet to be having
yeah,
this kind of
exactly.
global connection.
Yeah,
It's truly is a global connection. We realize that we're not that different anymore. We realize that race, creed, color, traditions, and so forth can fall away. Primarily we're a human race. That's what
yeah.
we are, and working together as one body to create health and vitality, even if our methodologies are different. And
Yeah.
oh my goodness, that's so exciting! I'm
Yeah,
just
it's the
thrilled.
confluence of it, right? Because we want to make this conference roar, like just roar down North America, that people hear about it, and so like partnering with you has been a thrill, and
Well, I'm a
just
Leo
I
by
just
astrologically, so there's always a roar.
yeah. So there you go,
There's your roar.
and yeah, it's we can't wait. We have so many surprises coming up too as well, and for those who've never been to the Banff area, we even have a tour on the Saturday afternoon. You just have to pay about $100, and you get to have a 6-hour tour of the whole Banff and Lake Louise area. It's one of the
Sweet.
most beautiful areas in the world.
It is.
So those internationally who's always wanted to see the mountains, well, there you go. We're so blessed to be living in an area where we can access the mountains within an hour or so. And for people that I know, like that comes from Asia, they don't quite grasp the idea of a mountain till they've seen the Rockies, and they're okay, that's a mountain.
Yeah,
So
that is true. And for anyone who's coming from other places, even though this is still our summer, Banff is always a little bit cooler. And
yeah,
we
we've
did
told
get
us
some snow the other day, so that yeah, and
yesterday.
it hasn't stayed, but just the same. I mean, it can be cool. So a light jacket or a heavy sweater or
Sweater.
something is usually pretty appropriate. I'll probably bring my
Yeah.
winter jacket. Just
I don't know.
I don't
It's
like to be cold.
Banff is a funny area, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but
Good
it's
weather.
but it's so clean, crisp, fresh air and people's. I mean, I just think it's a vibrant energy and has there's so much power involved in this connection that you are reaching out to make on behalf of the entire
Yeah.
conference and connecting people, like you say, not just kinesiologists, people from different walks of life that are bringing their wisdom. There's just so much. I'm
Oh,
just
that it's endless, and then on top of that, having it at the Banff Center, which is a non-for-profit center where they promote art and creativity. So they go through a confluence of art and creativity, everything in all different fields there. And when people stay at the Banff Center, because we've negotiated and now dropped that down pricing for everyone, they have full access to an amazing pool, a hot tub, steam rooms. They have access to the climbing wall. It's all included in the pricing just for staying there.
wow.
Three restaurants on site, for different price ranges. The top, a high-end restaurant, 5-star restaurant in Banff is rated at the Banff Center, which is the Three Ravens. And my husband and I celebrate one of our anniversaries there, and it's fantastic food. And it's the same staff that's going to be preparing the buffet breakfast and lunches. It's the exact same crew. It's the chef that we're working with to create the menus for the conference and everything. So we've taken into care. We've provided gluten-free, dairy-free, vegetarian diets, to meet everybody. And a lot of the time, we have practitioners and stuff who come to these conferences that are doing elimination diets as well too. So we're making it, friendly in that way. So it's easy for people to come in and easy for them to be the way they want to be at the conference without feeling judged that, oh, because you're gluten-free or you're
Yeah.
dairy-free, you don't eat eggs. Like, there is nothing there. This is all about sharing and accepting you as who you are.
Oh, that's fantastic, and I agree. That's an important part of crossing that bridge is to finding it's. I always say, like, people talk about tolerance, and I think that word is it's time for that word to go in my world anyway. We got to get past tolerating people and come to a point of accepting. You don't have to like what they do. You don't have to embrace what they do or their choosing or their lifestyle. But tolerating sounds like putting up with, just and it's a very negative word even. And I just find really when we can move to accepting that you do things totally differently than I do, and yet you're still a human being worthy of respect and honor and what have you. That's a different energy. And
Yeah, and it's more than just accepting, it's more understanding. because I will understand and meet you at the place that you are, and now you will understand and meet me at the place I am. Like if I want to eat 10 chocolate bars in a day, oh wow,
Yeah. And
So
it's fine,
it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. And so that's what it is. It's about understanding. And because even in my clinic, I get a lot of people who come in here because they've been to so many specialists and so many doctors, and they've just been told that something is wrong with them, but they don't know what. So it's like, okay, how about we come to understanding that there's nothing wrong with you, but you're just on a journey. And then they like that a lot more because then they go, oh, there isn't anything wrong with me. I just happen to function differently. That's all it is.
And I'm not bad,
that's
and I didn't do anything wrong. Those are the things that most people think. If they get a diagnosis of whatever it is, they've done something wrong, they're a bad person, they made bad choices. And I just look at that. Life is life. And we are going to make choices. And I created a poster not so long ago, and I said, I never make mistakes. I make choices. Sometimes I like the consequences, and sometimes I don't. And that's the truth. Because how can you won't know it's a mistake until after you've done it. So we have to sort of come to, we don't have to do anything, but I like the fact that we are in a position of actually sharing information that's so empowering, so delightful, so energized, so much fun, and it's not rigid, so that we can actually open up and go, hey, I like that part, I don't like that, and there's going to be resources available, speakers, entertainment, great food. What more could you ask for? This is just really fabulous, really fabulous.
And our dinner banquet on the Saturday evening is going to be fantastic too. We have a local band that plays actually traditional Scottish and Gaelic music. Cool. That's coming, and then we'll have a caller who actually she'll be calling and teaching people how to dance the traditional barn dances.
Oh, so for heaven's sakes!
Yeah, because Banff was built with Scottish history. So we're gonna get people moving after dinner. You're gonna have a fantastic dinner. You're gonna be fed very, very well, and you're gonna have access to this wonderful band that plays beautiful music that just touches the heart. It really just touches the heart. And we have a photo booth so people can take pictures and get pictures done, printed out, and you can hang them on your wall if you want to. Yeah. So lots of fun elements. We're not just about like serious lectures. We like to have fun. We like to giggle. We like to just enjoy and have beer here and there and just, take it in at one moment at a time. Be human.
Yeah.
And with our vendors marketplace, we still have room for anybody who wants to, showcase their skills or showcase products they may have developed or things they may sell in to bring them income. We have room, and they just have to go to our website, download the vendor form, and get it into us. And with you're going to be interviewing vendors as well on site because, a lot of them are entrepreneurs that started up. We have companies coming from around the world coming in who are going to be selling very interesting products. We are working with a native designer by the name of Denise Brillon-Hill. And she is designing a very special thank you gift for us, for all of our presenters and speakers.
Oh, nice.
So Denise Brillon-Hill has designed for native movie stars like Adam Beach and so on. So she's quite well known in the community, and she stepped in when she heard about the conference and just offered her services that way.
All these different elements, they're so juicy, it's so full of life, it's so exquisite, it truly is, and I'm super, super excited. Covered everything for this initial launch of this series. Like I say to people, I'm going to be bringing you many more of the presenters and people involved, and to help you, because I think it's so much, it's so exciting, but it's nice that we can kind of bring it in slowly, building up to the actual conference where I'll be on site and be able to bring you it, live, and by that time you'll have a bit of more of a flavor of it. But is there anything that you really wanted to leave people with today, Joanne?
I just want people to open their minds, open their hearts, and just ponder and just look at this conference as something as a service to you, even to your growth and your journey. Something we would like to offer to anybody who actually listens in your show is that if they quote your show, that they saw you on Chatting with Catherine, they would get an additional 10% discount off of the conference pricing for the full conference.
Wow.
So that's something we like to offer. It is, and because we just want to make it accessible to as many people as possible.
All right,
we have a large group coming. we have a large group coming already. So, I mean, we just like to get out there, create that 100 monkey effect, like we said, and let's get the word out there.
All right. So you heard it. Quote that you've seen this interview on Let's Get Real Chatting with Catherine, and let them know when you're signing up, and they will give you 10% off the full conference price. That's huge.
Off the full conference price, yeah. So instead of paying $875, you're getting 10% off the $875 pricing.
That's fantastic. That's wonderful. Just for watching and getting informed and woohoo, getting entertained.
Why not?
I love it. I love it, Joanne. That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you to all of you watching and interested and open, like Joanne says, I like that, open-minded to explore and find out what's possible. I think this is how we're going to change the world. And so make sure you follow us on Facebook and other social media. Subscribe and share this video because we want to get the word out to as many people as we can. I love you all. Until next time, take care. Amazing. Thank you to my guests for sharing with us today. Thank you for watching. Feel free to share the link. You can join us for live shows by going to letsgetrealchattingwithcatherine.com and listen to the replays from the show page, preview guests, and explore links to our Facebook fan page, WordPress blog, and more. We are creating an exquisite world. Until next time, take care.